What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of A Taste of Hunger. This film is directed by Christoffer. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top, the fun is coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome, hit that like button, as well as commenting below any video that you watch, including this one. So A Taste of Hunger is, of course, a Danish film that stars Nikolaj Coster-Waldau and Katrine Greis-Rosenthal. It's a film about two individuals named Maggie and Carlson who are in essence trying to get the Michelin Star. They own a restaurant. If you don't know what the Michelin Star is, it's a very important award that actually improves the status of your restaurant. It shows that you're one of the top restaurants in the world. Very few restaurants have that Michelin Star. I think, only a couple hundred in the United States have it, but it's very, very important. And in essence, they have a couple children, and it's basically the story about their pursuit for the Michelin Star, how they handle their family, dealing with adultery and stuff like that, and how far they're willing to go to get the most successful star for a restaurant, as well as how their family life is affected by that situation. And so this movie is interesting because I really didn't know much about it. I actually saw the poster and then I saw the trailer, and I like Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, of course, from Game of Thrones. I think he's pretty excellent in that show. And so I was intrigued, to be fairly honest. I don't know who Christoffer is. I've never seen any of his movies, but I like the concept of somebody trying to pursue to something and things don't go necessarily their way. So I was intrigued by this movie. I asked for an early screening copy and they sent it to me and so on and so forth. And so the question honestly remains, what did I think of this film overall? What was my official review on this film? And I actually really enjoyed this movie, to be fairly honest. I thought it was a pretty well shot, pretty well acted film. Is it going to be a top 10 film? Probably not. But I think this is worth your time watching because it deals not only with passion and, the concepts of how difficult it is to keep your marriage together and keep a family together while you're, very committed to this one situation and how it leads down dark paths. I thought that was a really interesting look into the psychology of the human condition. And I felt that this movie really shows you how far people are willing to go to achieve success. We all, especially on YouTube, as I always say, are looking for that next video to gain a lot of viewership. And I think that's what ends up happening here. The Michelin Star is so important to people, especially when they're in the concept of restaurants and, upper tier restaurants like, Ruth Chris Steakhouse or something of that nature, or something really, official, that they will do anything in their power to do it. It's just sad to see what happens, to the kids in this movie and how they are affected by the situation when they learn, their parents aren't getting along with one another. There are certain situations in this movie that, the parents have to be closer together and how that affects the kids when it comes to certain, I don't want to spoil anything, but there are certain situations with the kids that really affect the emotional aspects of the parents and how they view the world. But I think it's really interesting to see what Christoffer does as a director and how he shapes his characters and how he shapes the film itself, where it makes it a very passionate storytelling, but also kind of a warning about our passions and, looking beyond what is really the most important, which, as we see, is the family. The family support you, the family do everything in your power to help you. But if you look past that and you're more committed to this one thing, they're going to fall by the wayside and it's going to ruin everything. And Nikolaj Coster-Waldau's character goes through a pretty interesting kind of, I want to say, character development, that his character takes, some interesting turns in his kind of psychology and his, views on how he views things. Because, like I said, he's very passionate. And like I said, this movie also kind of does time jumps, but it doesn't ever get confusing because you're understanding that this is here, this is where they started, and then it jumps forward to the current day, and then maybe it goes back to the past, stuff like that. But I was really surprised about how much I enjoyed this film, and I never felt like my time was being wasted at all. It was pretty great. The only unfortunate thing is, for most people, they won't watch it because it is subtitled, it is in another language, another culture. But it's still, even if you don't like subtitles, you still can kind of get the concept, the ideas that are very much, like anybody who has a lot of passion and drive to do something. So yeah, I thought just the movie overall was pretty great. I liked where it headed. I like, the conflicting nature of Katrine Rosenthal's character and what she ends up doing to, achieve success and the kind of things that fall back from her past. I just like overall nature of this film. Is it perfect? No film is ever perfect because it does get into some really stereotypical stuff, but overall, I think I recommend this film to anybody who's intrigued by this film. If they see it on like YouTube or YouTube or iTunes or Vudu or anything like that, definitely give it a recommend, or maybe wait till it shows up on Netflix or Hulu or something like that. But overall, I definitely enjoyed it much more than I thought I was going to. So definitely a much recommendation of a film. So anyways, that'll do it. That'll be my take on A Taste of Hunger. Thank you so much for watching. Comments below. I know you probably never heard of this film. Does this make you more interested in to see the film? All that good stuff. Otherwise, if you like what you see in this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like any videos, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.